Fabulous, Gil. Lovely to meet you. How are you doing?
Doing great. How are you?
I'm doing really well, and I'm really excited to get to chat to you all about Ghostbusters because it is such a dear franchise to so many people's hearts. So you must have been so excited to come on board. I know you were on board for Afterlife, but now you're at the helm. So how does it feel?
It feels incredible. I mean, I just can't tell you what an honor it is to be one piece of the ghost-busting saga. I am a lifelong fan. I've had a relationship with these characters through first wanting to be them, wanting to be close to them, wanting to spend time with them, watching them on their adventures throughout my childhood. And so to be able to first begin my creative association with Ghostbusters through my long friendship with Jason Reitman, who of course is the son of Ivan, who created the first two films and produced all of them, including this one, posthumously in this case, because sadly we lost Ivan just after the previous film was released in cinemas. It's loaded, it's emotional, it's also thrilling, and the best part of it is now just coming to fruition, which is being able to share a new Ghostbusters story with fans out there. I can't tell you how over the last week I've been so moved to see the reaction of audiences around the world as they get to spend a couple of hours with some of their favorite characters on a new adventure.
And you have so many new characters that you're introducing in this installment as well. And you had to wrangle quite a few comedians. So was there any point where you were like, guys, can we focus, please? Because I'm just assuming that the humor was mighty.
I mean, there are scenes in this movie where I'm definitely part kindergarten teacher, part storyteller. But that is part of the joy of having incredible sharp minds on set. You do feel like this playful energy that is, the good news is they're also entertaining and they're also excited to be on set with each other, that they are sort of self-sufficient. I can walk away and think about camera for a moment while they're all telling each other hilarious stories or trying to make each other laugh. So in some ways, you get the benefit of combined and multiple brilliance all in one environment. On the other hand, yeah, you do have to be like, we're looking over here. we're acting in this direction. Look at me, I'm a big scary evil god with horns, and those moments are, it's part of the joy of directing, honestly.
And as such a big fan of the franchise yourself, were you tempted ever to get your own flight suit and sort of run around and be like, I can be part of the Ghostbusters too?
Not just tempted, but I was
Did
able
you
to
actually?
on those dangerous instincts to have my own official flight suit made during the making of the film. The ultimate cosplay experience is, as a fan and a director, having the costume department make you a camera ready flight suit with your own name tag. So that does exist. And I proudly wore it randomly to the London Comic Con last year. I took my daughter and her friends just because we're all, we're nerds first and a director second. So we had the best time. It was amazing.
Oh, that's awesome. But actually, Dublin Comic Con Spring Edition just took place a few weeks ago, and there's a group here in Ireland. I think the majority of them are based in Cork, and they're probably going to comment on this video and be like, "No, we're not." But they have like the car and all the kit, and it's always just so much fun to see how many families always go up to them and say just how much they love what they're doing. So, would you consider maybe even dropping by Dublin Comic Con at some
I
point?
would absolutely love to visit the Irish Ghostbusters fans, and I'm actually feeling a little resentful that I'm not going there as part of the journey of promoting this film. Thank you for joining me virtually today to be able to talk about it, because I do think that it's so important for these local communities of Ghostbusters fans to feel like they're part of the larger whole. I mean, this is an incredible quilt of Ghostbusters fan groups across the globe. I'm in touch with a lot of them. I've been lucky enough to meet them wherever I go all over the world. And I know sort of people say that their fan or the film story worlds that they're involved with are the best fans. I think it's actually been scientifically proven that Ghostbusters fans are the best in the world, and they're certainly the nicest, most sympathetic, most kind of generous with each other and with the filmmakers of any group I've ever encountered. And yeah, I mean, we're lucky to have each and every one of them.
Well, Ernie actually had a great idea because I was seeing about like there's a lot of ghosts and mythology here in Ireland, and he was even suggesting that if there's a third installment, he'd love to bring it to Ireland. So would you be open to something like that?
Oh yeah, I love Irish ghost stories, actually. I bought my daughter a book of Irish ghost stories when she was a kid growing up. Yeah, I through my wife, who I've now been with for over 20 years, her family has deep Irish roots, and so we've visited through the island. We've explored some of the extraordinary raw landscapes. And even lived in the north of the country while making a film way back in 2007, and just have like an unbelievable love for Ireland, and would love to be able to develop a Ghostbusters story that takes place there.
Oh, there you go. We look forward to hearing all about that. But before I let you go, I just have one very cheeky last question for you. Does busting still make you feel good?
There's nothing like it. It's just the best. And I've got to tell you, not only does it make me feel good, hearing those lyrics come out of speakers at the end of a film, it should be grating. I've heard it now more than any human should ever hear one song in their whole life. And all I feel is the desire to sing along with it every single time. So it makes me feel great, and it was really nice to chat with you. I'm grateful for your time.
No, no.